Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Road to World Cup with England, the England national team. Obviously last time out we had that great win against Spain in the, was it the Nations League or Nations Group, whatever it's called. Well, today we've got South Korea in a friendly, as you can see on the screen, and then we do have the final game against Croatia in that Nations League, which I think is pretty much a winner takes all if I seem to remember correctly in that, but we'll look at that when we get there. We'll get this game out of the way first of all, the friendly. Bit of news. Rashford's out, so we brought up Dominic Solanke to take his place. Again, where we can, we're trying to bring young players in. He kind of matches Rashford a little bit into it, in that he can play up front and on that left wing. You know, he probably won't start. Maybe in the friendly he might win. I'm not too sure. But then, actually, no, Solanke came in, but then he got injured before the game as well. So we brought James Maddison in from Leicester. I think we popped him up from the under-21s. So he's now in the squad. He might get a game. Like I say, we might have a little bit of a mix-up for the friendly. We'll have a look at the squad now. I can't remember if I picked it or not, and the kits aren't showing correctly. I think I have rotated it where I can. Yes, I have. I've completely rotated this squad, so we'll have a look at that on the actual game day in the screen as we just jump through here. Again, these videos shouldn't be too long, even with 2 games, because there's no with the league. You know, you might have sort of 5-10 games offline that you play and you have to catch up with, and we don't have that here. Hwang Chi, is he the young guy? 22. I think I've seen the Arsenal snap him up quite regularly. He's at Hamburg at the moment on loan from Salzburg. Maybe it's not him, but they got a very good team. They got Son on the left, Key in the middle. They got some good players, and they've got a lot of players I don't know so much anymore. Used to know quite a lot of South Korean players over the years, not quite so much anymore. Used to get a lot of them sort of appearing around Europe and England in particular. We've got Callum Wilson up top, Jesse Lingard, beans on the left. James Maddison, Jadon Sancho keeps his place on the right. I say keeps his place, I think he's more of a bench player for us at the moment, so maybe he's got a bit of a chance here. He might have a bit of a chance anyway with Rashford out. Loftus-Cheek and Declan Rice. Is it Declan? I want to say it's Declan. Declan Rice in the middle. Should know what his name is because he was a former Ireland player before he decided to go and play for England instead. But our loss, as me supporting Ireland primarily, is my gain in this with the England save. It's a good player to have in there. Chilwell on the left, Joe Gomez in the middle with Rob Holding, Alexander Arnold on the right, and Jack Butland in goal. The understudy, of course, at the moment to Pickford. And we're still trying to get a bit of respect from the players, but they're questioning my squad choice. But I mean, it is a friendly. We've got a big decider coming up in the next game. We're not going to go full on. We do want to see what some of these new younger players can actually offer us and what they can do for us. As James Maddison steps up with an early free kick and he hits it just over. As Ruben Loftus-Cheek has already picked up a bit of a knock, but he isn't showing too much on this screen, so we're not going to worry about it too much. Obviously they've had a player go off injured already. We're doing well with the possession, really sort of pressing here, but not really creating many chances. They have the first one and go very close. They've actually had the best chance of the game, but it's a very tense, tight affair currently. We're going to go a little bit more attacking, I think. Just going to see if we can open them up a little bit more. See if that can do something for us. So we're pressing well here. I mean, I'm not reading too much into this game. It is a very fringe squad. A lot of players, I think, making their first sort of appearances or certainly first starts, as Jadon Sancho gives the lead after 22 minutes. Well worked. He's booked already, but it's assist by Jesse Lingard. Not really in my key plans at the moment, but he's definitely a squad player for us. But James Maddison starting off the move, finds it into Jesse Lingard, who just sees Jadon Sancho in acres of space, and first time he just buries that. Keeper maybe should have not be getting beaten like that. Wasn't the hardest shot, but I don't care. We're winning the game. We want to try and keep that win percentage or non-loss record certainly going for as long as we can. We've had a few draws already in a few tense games, but we had some performances against Spain and Croatia. They were very promising. As they come through a chance here, are they gonna, or they hit the post? Thought they were going to punish us for a little bit then. But we've got very young, inexperienced technically, backline there. Probably not even 10 caps between them, and that's even with me having played some of them a few times. So, Rice hasn't got many caps either. Sancho's quite new. There's quite a lot of young players. Callum Wilson hasn't got a lot of caps. As Loftus-Cheek fires one over. Starting to rack a few more shots up now, but I mean, 30 minutes only having 4 shots. Not the best, and they've switched the possession up on us a little bit there as we give it away from a throw-in. I don't like that. There we get the good tackling. Now Wilson's through. He stays on side. It's got to bury that. He's got to be burying that. You can see already we've got a few players looking a bit tired. We might have to make some changes at the break. Obviously, I don't want to bring in too many of the first teamers that are going to play in the Croatia game, just because. But we don't want anyone getting injured as well. I mean, Sancho is in my thoughts for the Croatia game as well, so we don't want to give him 90 minutes today. He's probably going to come off at half time, booked and injured. But he's playing well. He scored. Jesse Lingard should score. He didn't even hit the beans on toast. He just straight at the goalkeeper. But we're getting a lot more shots away now, and that's much more promising. I'm going to take charge of this talk. I'm going to go passionate. I'm going to go. I will stay calm. Stay calm. Still room for improvement. I think that's fair enough. They haven't reacted. Okay, we're going to go to the tactic screen. So Sancho's going to come off. Who can we bring on in that position? I don't really want to bring anyone. Where is he? On the right, isn't he? Well, I suppose we could bring Barkley in and put Maddison out on the right. I don't know if that'll work. Maybe. Or Lingard maybe out on the right and Maddison on the left. Sort of works. Who else is looking particularly jaded? We might have to. No one majorly at the moment. We'll stick with that. He's a wonder kid now, Jadon Sancho, in his description at the top there. I think that's possibly because I've started from the new patch. On my game, I asked him to save. Obviously, I've signed him. He's not, and he probably isn't as good as he could and should be, because he's just done so well this season in real life that it wasn't ready and wasn't transmitting into the early start of the first release of the Foot Manager database that I'm using. So obviously that was my beta save to start with. So yeah. But Maddison's on the set piece, and we have a penalty by the looks of it. We do. Who's going to step up? Who's stepping up? It's going to be James Maddison. Okay, set piece supremo all round. Can he? He just calmly slots it in the bottom corner. 2-0. Is that two players getting their first goals for us? I don't think Jadon Sancho scored one before now. I might be wrong on that. He might have scored one in one of the games. I don't think he has though. So 2 new boys really putting a good marker in the team. And we got Alexander-Arnold now, another free kick. Maddison. Oh, he delivers a great one. Gomez just headers over. Loftus-Cheek starting to look a bit tired. Have we got? I don't know if Eric Dyer's been playing much under me. I can't remember. We might have to. Who else can come in if not? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. Yeah, we'll stick with that. Eric Dyer can come in. It's only going to be about 15 minutes anyway, so shouldn't be too much of a worry even for the next game. We're going to just go down a bit more cautious now. We're just going to try and hold on to what we've got. We don't need to go gung-ho now. James Maddison's only on a 6.8. Bizarrely, he's had quite a good game, I thought, but another set piece for him. Can he? Oh, that's the end of the game. Okay, it doesn't even show it. So, good 2-0 win. The possession kind of dipped after what we had that level high, but we kept them down to 2 shots. Yeah, they had 54% of the ball. What do they do with it? Nothing really, and it is South Korea, so it's not too much to take. We're going to stay calm. A good win, boys. Well done, and they're delighted. Okay, we're getting some green. That's good. So we're going to come back for that Croatia game. I'll be back in a second. See you shortly. Okay, we're back for the Croatia game, and here's the scouting report. So one key name missing there is Luka Modric, and I do know why, because I've seen another scouting report, another report which we'll have a look at in a minute. A few names there I'm not really familiar with. I'm not these 3 here. Vlasic I think I know, but the 2 wingers I'm not really familiar with. Kalinic was obviously the striker at Blackburn. Brozovic and Rakitic, I mean, I had both their cards in FIFA last year, not the current game, the one before, and Brozovic, I had his inform card, really loved that. I don't know much about the fullbacks or the centre-backs apart from Lovren, and obviously they've got Kalinic in goal. Which one? Is he a brother of the striker? I don't know, maybe I don't know him. We've got qualification on the line here, so it's at Wembley, we're at home. Home advantage gives us the edge, that's all good. We qualify for the semi-finals, so there's a further part of this competition. I don't really know much about the Nations Cup or International League, whatever. I don't really follow it. I'm not really interested. Generally, in real life, like, I don't see much international football. I don't really see much football on TV these days. I get a bit of Match of the Day and stuff, but I don't have Sky Sports anymore. And so yeah, but Luka Modric is suspended. so they will be without him. Rebic, who wasn't in that scout report, could be a key player for them, so could be a slight difference. Holding's optimistic, yeah. So our under-19s beat Denmark 6-0. At one point, I want to go and have a look at the younger teams and just see if there's anyone who could step up, see who's performing really well. Nketiah is performing under well for the under-21s or 23s or something. We've got a few players on suspensions here to think about. So John Stones and Raheem Sterling would miss the semi-final, whoever that may be, and I'm presuming it's going to be big boys. It's going to be like your Germany, your Hollands, whoever's doing well in their groups, I would assume. But you see the team there, have a look at it again in a bit closer detail, see who they've gone with, we'll see who we've gone with. So we've gone with pretty much the strongest lineup we could go with. Harry Kane, Sancho's on the left, Dele Alli in behind, Raheem Sterling to the right, Jordan Henderson, Eric Dyer, we've got Luke Shaw, John Stones, Maguire, Walker and Pickford. The midfield is somewhere I kind of want to strengthen a little bit and change. I want someone to replace Eric Dyer, I think. He could slot back into being a defender and have someone a bit more intent here. I want Bart, there's a bit of weakness in the back end. Like I say, we are bringing youth players through, so Loftus-Cheek's going to get a chance. Declan Rice going to get a chance. There are players floating around who can do it. Now what have they gone with? So yeah, slightly different teams. So Santini's up front, not Kalinic. He was the right winger. Rakitic stepped forward into the attacking midfield role. Kovacic has gone into midfield. Perisic is in there, so he's a very good player. He was missing on the scout report. Vida was the right back, he's now centre back. Vajalko's there, right back. Perisic, I think that was a different name at left back. And it is Kalinic in goal. So the scout report, maybe because they took it from what they played in the friendly, they did a bit like us, they had a bit of rotation in the friendly. But Rebic was a big name in that scout report, and he's not there, so that's something a little bit interesting. We're going to go passionate here. Not more to come from you. We're slowly getting there. We're going to send the assistant for that. They kick off here, going left to right in the blue. We're right to left in the white and red. And hopefully we can carry on this good run we've been doing and just seal our places. I assume only the top team goes through into that semi-final. I don't know if the team that finishes second goes into like a losers bracket semi-final. I don't really know. Like I say, it's a fairly new competition and not one I've paid much attention to. I don't pay as much attention to. I do watch England games on TV because they tend to be on ITV if they're on ITV. Ireland, who I used to watch a lot, and primarily more so on Sky now or BT or whatever, I don't even know. I just don't get a chance, and it's not that entertaining football anymore, really. Sancho's through. Good chance there. It goes close, and already chances-wise we've converted quite a lot. The possession's still there. Maybe that dipped in that last game because I went to attacking. Maybe that changed that because we were pretty much smashing it about 60% then as well. Sterling, he goes just wide, but we're looking good. The league table didn't populate them for some reason. And 35 minutes in, they've only just had their first shot. So we really are doing what we need to do. Sancho's still looking a little bit jaded, but we can bring someone else on. We've got Maddison, we've got Lingard, can drop out there if we need to. Harry Kane can play left wing as well if I need him to. I can bring Callum Wilson on if I want to go for a bit more pace up front as a bit of a different option. But Raheem Sterling, he's back at Dele Alli, can you do something? Harry Kane, he scores the goal. He scores the goal we need just before half time to give us a deserved lead on the balance of the game. Possession, shots, they're all us, they're all there. We just hadn't got that goal, but we do now. Good defending initially, but it goes straight to Dele Alli. He just finds Kane. Quick turn, 2-touch. Hits it low. Keeper can't save it, can't keep it out. And that's 1-0 to England. And at half time, yeah, we've got that deserved lead. I don't know why I went silent. I do cut out silences. The aim with this series is to not be cutting too much out and just to keep waffling, really. So failed that one there already. We'll go with passionate. There's a lot more to come from you. I think it's the same two players that have kept it green. We didn't go for a second one. I don't feel there was a need for it. Hopefully we can just keep coming out the second half, doing what we did in the first. No silly mistakes at the back. They've had a second shot. 50 minutes to only have 2 shots. I mean, they're doing slightly better than South Korea. They've had them on target at least. I mean, in South Korea, I think they had 1 or 2 highlights. I don't think Croatia have had a highlight yet. That's the worry, that they do get a highlight. Santini's gone off for Kalinic coming on, who I thought was actually going to start. I mean, I don't know who that Santini guy is. I've never heard of him. Dele Alli, Harry Kane. Finds Sancho, who's drifted inside. Sterling, both cut inside. Shaw offers the width, drills it across. There's Raheem Sterling, picks up his goal. And what we might do now with a 2-goal lead, try and go a bit more conservative and maybe take those 2 boys who are on bookings off, so we don't risk losing them for the the big games in the semi-finals. Shaw just drifts past his man, Raheem Sterling's there, great ball, great finish, 2-0 to England, 65 minutes. I mean, that would mean making 2 subs, and also Sancho's looking a bit jaded, so that's going to be all 3 subs with about 20 minutes to go. Do I want to do that? Yes I do, yes I do. So John Stones is coming out. We're going to drop in Rob Holding. Who was it? Raheem Sterling. We're going to pop out for... We've got to think about this, we need 2 wingers. Okay, yeah, Jesse Lingard can go on the right, and James Maddison can go on the left. His first competitive... I think it's his first competitive game for us now, James Maddison. He obviously played the friendly, got his goal from the penalty spot. He's now got a chance in an actual competitive match. It's Harry Kane. Is that a penalty? Oh, it's a free kick. It's got to be a red card as well. It's certainly a second yellow. Second yellow card, Dejan Lovren. But with 10 minutes to go, that probably doesn't mean too much. Just means they got less of a chance of getting back in the game. Which, I mean, with 10 minutes, they probably were going to struggle to do so anyway. They've not been in this game. We've just absolutely destroyed them from start to finish. We need to get on the end of that. Rob Holding does very well. Luke Shaw drifts inside. We do like to drift inside. Lingard. Oh, it's going to fall out to Cole Walker. Can he find a good pass? Oh, just wide by Harry Kane. 5 minutes to go. We've won this group. We've won this group. That's what, you know, the FA weren't too bothered. But as a personal expectation, I did expect us to put up a good fight in this. Maybe not quite straight away, because we're still trying to find our feet as a manager and what we want to do and how we want to take this team forward, bringing in a lot of new blood as well. But yeah, expectations my side are more than met, I'd say, as they go close with their first highlight. Really, I'd say we've been a little bit lax on the conversions of our shots. We've had 22, only 10 on target, but we've got the 2 goals. We've done what we need to do, and Croatia aren't any mugs. They're a good team, so we can take pride and respect from that, and know that we've put in a good old shift and good performance in this group. 2 good teams, Spain and Croatia, and we've come out on top. I can't remember who the other team was, or is there only 3 teams? There might only be 3 teams. Yeah, I think it's only 3 teams. And that's the end of the game, 2-0. So are we going to see now who we get in the semi-final? I don't know when it draws. Well done, lads, that was a good win for us. Delighted, absolutely. Di Matteo takes Middlesbrough the job I just saw then. Dalic was KG. We qualified semi-final. 8 points from... What was it? From a possible 12, I think. Croatia, who finished 5 points. Let's have a look at the group. Group 4. So Spain get relegated. So that we qualified, they get relegated. Croatia don't go anywhere. Spain getting relegated. So does that mean next year we're in Group 3? Is that how it works? Poland, Portugal and Italy. I mean, I don't see how Poland would be above us if that is how it works. See, I thought there was promotions and relegations, but I don't really know. Oh, it's Division A, so they'll get relegated from Division A. So someone from below will come up from Division B. All groups. Do we even get to see Division B? I don't even know. Not sure. But we're through, that's all that matters. Did we see who else went through? Actually, let's have a look at all groups. Germany are through. France get relegated. I mean, in this, it's going to be difficult. I mean, Switzerland has survived. Iceland have gone down. Belgium are through. Poland and us. I won't lie, despite the fact that, oh my god, they've won 4 out of 4 in a group with Portugal and Italy. Italy getting relegated. There's still another game in there. But yeah, Poland are through, that's something. But Italy or Portugal, most likely Italy, look like getting relegated. Wow, okay, Spain getting relegated, some big teams, and Iceland. Yeah, we're going to get a tough tie. I won't lie, I like Poland, despite what they've done. We're going to send assistant there. Walker named as player of the match. Let's see when the draw is. I don't think it's on there. Kane could win golden ball. I mean, it's still a long way to go yet. Duty is finished, okay. Let's see if the schedule is anything on there. Well, it's not going to be this year by the looks of it, so, and next year hasn't populated yet, so we don't actually know. So I can't tell you when we're coming back, what we're coming back for next time, but we're coming back somewhere, possibly semi-finals, possibly some friendlies. I don't really know. We have to wait for the calendar for 2019 to populate. If you enjoyed today's episode, please drop a like down below. If you're new here, drop a sub as well. Absolutely fantastic. Trying to build up the channel. Just let me know you're enjoying what you're doing, what you're seeing. You know, if you've got any ideas for content you want me to do, how you want to take this series maybe a bit forward, or other series ideas you'd like to see me do, any other things. I've got some experiments on the way coming soon as well, so any ideas for those, you know, pop them here or pop them on those comments. But yeah, any feedback at all, absolutely appreciated. And yeah, until next time, for whatever game it is we're playing, whoever it is next, I'll see you next time. Take care.